Can I start?
Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Lorenzo. I work at the University of Florence and I'm presenting a research project with the University of L'Aquila, which is eDelta, a DSL for refactoring e-cores. I have a few slides, I'll go very quickly, and then a demo. So the idea is to provide a DSL which makes you really easy to provide a refactoring of an existing e-core model. The DSL provides you some atomic operations for refactoring, and then you can use these atomic operations to implement more complex operation, which can also be reusable. So you can create your own library of refactorings, and we also ship an existing refactorings library. So the DSL is built on Xtext, so it provides rich tooling, and especially XBase. So the DSL is completely integrated with the Java type systems. You can access any Java library out there. And XBase is a kind of easier Java, so it's quite readable, and it should not be a problem to learn that from scratch. So on with the demo. So I've already created a project, an eDelta project with the eDelta project wizard. It creates a new DSL file. It creates a model to get started, but of course you will replace that with your own e-core model. From the DSL, we generate Java code that uses our own Java library, Java runtime library for refactorings. I'll go into the DSL in a minute. We also provide you a main file to run the generated code. Of course, this is just scaffolding. You can customize the configuration of this DSL, and you can run simply this file as a Java main file, and in the modify folder you will find the modified e-core. So this is the original e-core, and this is the modified one. The nice thing, thanks to XBase, is that you can also debug this DSL, so I can put a breakpoint, and if I run this Java application with the debugger, then when the breakpoint is hit, then I can debug the DSL as usual, like any other Java application, and you have the variables view and all the other things that you have in the Eclipse debugger. So just to give you an idea of how the DSL looks like, you have to import the e-core models that you want to refactor and possibly other e-core models that are used. Here we provide, of course, content assist, so you can simply get the completion for the e-core, and you can navigate to the e-core. So this is the starting e-core, and it's in your project, but of course you can refer also to the standard e-core, which is in the target platform. So inside the DSL, you can write reusable functions that you can also export to the outer world. Just to give you an idea, you can refer to standard Java class. So in this case, eClass is the generated Java class. But if you want to refer to e-core elements, you have to use this keyword, e-core ref. So eString is not the Java generated eString class, but it's actually the e-core eString data type. So we have to make this distinction to specify either a Java type or an e-core element. But this also means that this refactoring works with only your e-core file. You don't have to generate Java code from the e-core files. You can create new classes, you can change existing classes. Inside the creation, you can then initialize the created classes or the changed class. You can create new attributes, references, but also use plain Java API from EMF. So in this case, I'm setting the upper bound by simply calling the setUpperBound method from the e-core Java API. And the other interesting thing is that in the outline, you already have a view of your modified e-core. So you don't have to run the generated code to get an idea of how the final e-core will look like, because the outline already shows you the outcome of the refactoring. And we implement this by interpreting the Java code that I'm writing here. So at each modification, we reinterpret the program, and we give you an outline of what it looks like in the end. But all the information that are computed by the interpreter are already available in the DSL. So in this case, I'm creating a new class and I'm calling this function that adds a new attribute name, and I can already refer to this new name in the DSL. So I can say that I want the new class name. And this one I created over here. So let's say that I change this thing with +2. Of course, this won't compile anymore because now the name attribute is name2. And let me stress once again that this is the generated Java code which is interpreted on the fly, okay? So of course you can also do stupid things like, let's say, create new date and then take hours, or I don't remember the and of course this won't compile anymore because now it's called 117, okay? And also in the outline you can see that all these things are computed on the fly, and also the outline will use the same UI of the eCore tree editor. So let's say that I change the, so if you see that these, is my reference. Let me undo these stupid things I've done. Okay. So in this case, you have the outline of what it looks like in the end. And if you change something, the outline is automatically reflected. So you have an idea what it looks like in the end. That basically concludes the demo. As a future work, we're planning also to support refactoring of the models that correspond to the refactored eCore models. And the idea is to basically keep track of the modifications, the refactoring that you do in your eCore model, so that we can create the refactoring of the corresponding model, but also give you the possibility to specify in this DSL what to do when you apply a specific refactoring from the library, so that you have full control on how to refactor the model instance. Okay? That's basically over. So if you have any questions, sorry I had to go really fast.